Savoring simple uplifts. It's just a pine cone on a stick on the trail where I am walking. If you were just trying to hike from point A to point B, it's the kind of thing you probably wouldn't even notice. But this was my morning mile, and I was open to finding and savoring simple uplifts. And there it was. It was sitting there sparkling in the snow. There had been a light dusting of snow overnight. The ground was crunchy from the cold. I really like crunchy ground. So I stopped. I paused. And I allowed it to influence me, to give me a boost. This little bit of tree had been knocked off, right there into the middle of the trail, as if someone had placed it there for me. At least that's the way it felt. As I let it in, I didn't just notice it. I allowed it to influence me. You know, I need uplifts. My dad used alcohol. Thank goodness I don't. Sugar has been my uplift of choice when I needed something. Struggling as a kid, I used to spend my entire allowance on Reese's peanut butter cups. But you know, I really want being fit and healthy to be a part of my thriving life. And I know that I need uplifts. Traditionally, an uplift has been a big deal, like winning something, achieving something, having some milestone of success. And I will tell you that those types of uplifts, for me and my nervous system, my biochemistry, it responds to those as if they're a passing gust of wind. They're here, I feel them, and then they're gone. I don't really last with something like that, the big win. And I've had some big wins. For me, being attuned to simple uplifts really changes everything about how I experience life. I want to mention that there's a lot of teaching around mindfulness and being present. And that's a prerequisite, I think, in many ways to having a simple uplift. But just because I'm present as I'm walking along the trail doesn't mean that I've asked my sensors to look for things to enjoy, things that can give me a sense of pleasure. By consciously deciding that I need uplifts in order to balance my nervous system, in order to balance my biochemistry, something that is pleasurable is something that I need. It's a need. It balances me. I run off of sweetness. There's even a huge advantage to making it simple, to keeping it simple. Why? Well, simple says it's available. Doesn't have to cost a lot of money or any money. Simple says that it doesn't have to be a big to-do. It doesn't have to be complicated. All the conditions don't have to be perfect. On those muddy trail days, I might notice that the moss or the lichen is particularly alive. What I can tell you is that a simple uplift is the type of thing that is available, I believe, to anyone, anywhere. I can look around my room and notice something, several things, that have been gifts from people that are dear to me. And once I notice it, the part of the uplift comes from noticing and then dropping in with it, allowing it to influence you. It doesn't have to take long. Looking across the room, I see a painting that was given to me. If I allow it to influence me, the colors, the energy of uplift, the freedom, well, now I have that inside of me. My nervous system has just been infused with that feeling. And guess what? When you allow it to influence you, your nervous system, what happens to your biochemistry? Well, that changes too. And now, as I continue recording As I'm here with you, my listener, I feel different. I've just been touched by the generosity of a friend, and I'm savoring it. To savor something means to allow it a moment or two to really be in you, to let your senses tune to it. So to savor a simple uplift, I believe starts with the intention. Hey, I could use an uplift. If that's true for you, join the club. And next, see what you can notice. And once you notice something that catches your attention, savor and tune to the uplift that's there. Take a breath. And then move on. This does not have to take more than 17 seconds. I used to have a mantra. It was, I need a win. That was a clue. It was a clue from my psyche. Hey, we need an uplift. A simple uplift, now that I'm intending them and aware of them and practicing them, I notice a number of things. One, I'm more cheerful. I'm more calm and confident. I also need less sugar. As an emotional freedom coach, one of the things that I look at in myself and with clients is, hey, if you go and do this behavior that you'd really like to change, like eat more sugar than you'd like, or distract yourself, what are you really looking for? What's the energy that you're looking for? And as I've been asking, are you needing an uplift? The answer is often yes. And when I ask, well, what kind of uplift would you like? Might be, well, to get my book published or to find a mate. That's a big deal. They don't fall into the category of simple uplift. What you could do is notice something about yourself. Like, oh, there's a warmth here. And allow yourself to be uplifted by your own warmth. If a potential mate contacts you, right after you do that, you're going to feel different. You're going to feel more yourself. You can get a simple uplift from looking at the pen that you're going to use to write the next few words of your book. I hope by sharing this invitation to savor simple uplifts that it gives you some ideas, that it takes a mindfulness practice and gives a direction to it, something that will nourish you, replenish you, change your psyche, your biology, your nervous system, and really go to supporting your calm confidence. I'm Rick at Thriving Now. You can email me at rick@emotionalfreedom.love. And please consider stopping by our new community center at thrivingnow.center. There's some amazing engagement happening. And I'll bet you'll get a simple uplift just from being a part, joining with people like us, doing practices like this. Thanks for listening.